The French have a real appreciation for luxury, but not in the sense of expensive. True luxury should mean rare, authentic, exquisite. I'm making all luxurious food. Lobster with spring vegetables in a light broth, homemade strawberry ice cream with fresh ripe strawberries, cucumber rolls with lumpfish caviar, and foie gras tartine. Luxury should mean special, like really rich bubble bath. I'm making all luxurious food. Starting with lobster with spring vegetables all around them in a pure broth. And in they go. They'll be steamed in 4 minutes. And beautiful spring vegetables. Asparagus. Peas, just shelled. Radishes and pâtisson. So just the tips of the asparagus, because that's the most tender part. And I'll save the stalks for soup. These patty pan squash, I'm just cutting in 6. And the radishes, just to have different shapes, I'm going to slice. Now, I just want to check my friends. Very tender. So when you have food that is this good, you really want to treat it well. Cook it right so that it's really at its best. You're not wasting anything. Okay, now, trying not to wear this, I'm going to take the meat out. I just squeeze the tail together. Take off the claws. Actually, I'm going to save a few legs. And the front ones have the most meat in them, so just twisting a couple of those off. The legs for garnish, 2 beautiful tails, 4 intact claws. I'll just set it in here until I'm ready. And now, I told you I wasn't going to waste. All these shells I'm going to use. So I'm not using the bodies, but I am using all the rest because there is a ton of flavor in the shells. It makes amazing sauces. Now I want to crush all these. Stand back. Surely, that's enough. You see, that just crushes them all up. I want an onion. Actually, I want some butter melting first. A little piece of butter, a big piece of butter. Onions in the butter. Cook these nice and soft. Next, a spoonful of tomato paste. Optional, but I like it because it adds a bit of depth. Depth and color. And now the shells. I love this kind of cooking. It feels very authentic. Cognac is classic. With lobster. I'm going to get my spoon out. 2 tablespoons. That's just cooking off the alcohol. Then I need 3 cups of water. And this is not to make sauce, it's really to make a little pool of pure lobster flavored broth to go around the meat and vegetables. I'll let that cook down to half, and then I can strain it and it will be delicious. And get my vegetables ready. I'm more than blanching, actually. I'm cooking them pretty much until they're tender. I need boiling salted water. Now my little patty pan squash. And finally, peas. They just need a minute. And now, this is reduced good enough for me. And now I say goodbye to the shells. See how nice and fiery that is? And here's how you finish it. It's just a pool of broth around the lobster, not a sauce. Lovely vegetables. It's just to warm them through. Salt and pepper. And this is why I leave the tails whole, because it looks so magnificent. So tender. I've never had lobster so perfectly cooked. Some things you don't even think of as luxury. But when's the last time you had strawberry ice cream with real cream, homemade? To me, part of what makes things luxurious is that they be rare. And one of the rarest things right now, I think, is good ice cream. So I'm making it homemade strawberry, because it's so old-fashioned. This is a really great ice cream recipe because it has no eggs in it, just cream and berries, very pure. So I have about 2 quarts of berries. My dad used to make us pick wild strawberries every summer, and then he'd make homemade wild strawberry ice cream every Christmas Eve. That's the best berry I've had all summer. Now, a cup of sugar. Actually, put in just a little pinch of salt too. Pinch. And a little squirt of lemon. My knife. Not too much, just a little extra acidity. Okay. Puree. Straining to get the seeds out. What a great color. Okay, all that mush of seeds. Now this is 2 cups of cream. If I had a scientific bone in my body, I'd be able to explain it. But I don't. It's because, well, I don't know why. That's the trick, I don't know why. But I know that the ice cream doesn't work unless you bring it to the boiling point. A mystery! Okay, it's boiling, working its way up the sides of the pan, and you just pour it right into the strawberry. And then it turns a beautiful girly color. Normally ice cream is egg yolks beaten with sugar and then milk and cook it thick, then add pureed berries. This is a lighter version. Now this has to chill for several hours. Okay, some ice, and then some salt. And then some more salt. This mixture has to be really cold, otherwise it just takes longer. And who wants to wait? This is so romantic. Now I just want this a little firmer, and actually, see it's dripping. So strong in taste. There's nothing distracting, just strawberries, cream. I think it would be perfect with a tuile on the side. Very elegant. I should have some nice cold ice cream. And I want to make little tuiles to go with them. You know, those snappy little cookies, kind of lacy, and you can shape them like in a round or in a cigar or just leave them flat. Very nice with ice cream. I need an oven at 350 for those. These are very, very easy little cookies. And they happen in a pot. 2 tablespoons of sugar. And this is corn syrup. You have to have this funny mix of sugars because you want them to spread out and bubble so that they become like a little lacy tile. Now, this is brandy. I need it in a minute. Some flour. Okay, little organizing required. This is a 1/4 cup of butter. That just comes to a boil. I need 2 little spoons. and a 1/4 cup of flour in a second, and a teaspoon of brandy. So as soon as the butter's gone, off with the heat, in with the brandy. And then flour. Now, if you want to make little balls out of this, because look how runny it is, if you want to be able to roll it, then you should refrigerate it until you can touch it. But I just can't wait. So you just drop it by teaspoonfuls, and really teaspoonfuls, not much, because they spread out like mad, as you're about to witness. Now, I realize how unexciting this looks, but it gets very exciting in the oven. Only do 6 at a time. Trust me. Off they go. Just 5 minutes. They're going to spread out like little caramelized doilies. I just have to stand here when it gets to this point because they're flattened right out and they're bubbling all over the top, and that's what's going to make the lace. I just want them a little bit more golden. They're ready. Oh, now here's the tricky part. I have to get these off at just the right moment. Soft but still pliable, perfection. And then you have to roll fast. But you know what? What if I leave them whole? They're so pretty like that. They really are like lacy doilies. And instead of shaping them, you can prop it right up in the ice cream like this and you can see through it like stained glass. This has the creamiest texture you can imagine. And these little cookies are just like tiny wafers, like thin glass, and they just shatter on your tongue. I have cucumber spirals with salmon roe on top, and the ultimate in food luxury, foie gras. To me, luxury isn't so much about fancy ingredients or labels. It's about time well spent and about quality. I have a whole evening to myself, and I plan to spend it right, eating delicious little nibbles, including cucumber spirals and foie gras. Now, these are very, very simple. You can make them for drinks parties very quickly. Just trimming the ends and then peeling, because I like it white with green edges. It's nice strips. And now, just putting a little salt and pepper right on it when it's flat, like that. Okay, then you just roll them up, not too tightly, and pin them. This is creme fraiche, and you just need the tiniest spoonful. And then this is lumpfish caviar. Pretty little pink beads with a salty taste. And then a tiny sprig of dill. And now, really spoiling myself, I bought an entire lobe of foie gras de canard, fattened duck's liver. When it's raw, what you have to know is that you need a hot pan if you're going to cook it. because it's basically butter. Just imagine trying to fry a piece of butter and to keep it whole. Good luck. It's just for a little snack, and I have a little toast to put it on. No oil in the pan, obviously. I told you, seconds. And now, just a little sprinkling of fleur de sel. And actually, if you want, I have this nice jelly. Well, I wouldn't have them without a glass of champagne. I've made lobster with spring vegetables in a light broth, homemade strawberry ice cream with fresh ripe strawberries, cucumber rolls with lumpfish caviar, and foie gras tartine. And the greatest luxury of all, an evening all to myself.